Hello, everyone. Small acts of love coming your way again today. And it's not just small acts of love, it's small acts of God's love that you can bring to those around you. Now, remember, these aren't to actual things that you have to do this day. Just keep them in the back of your mind and reflect back on these videos every now and then as you challenge yourself to be a disciple and bring God's love to the world. So let's talk about something that we all talk about, especially in those uncomfortable situations. Maybe we're not so good at small talk. Maybe we're in a place where we don't know anybody. So you bring up the weather. So how do you bring God's love into the weather? Well, you could say, isn't it amazing? Yes, it's so cold. Yes, it's so hot. Oh, look at all this rain. Can you imagine all this snow we've had? You could just sit and say, have you ever really thought about how incredible God is with his creation of snow and rain and sun, and how it comes down and it nourishes and basically hydrates the world and makes things go around? I mean, how amazing is God? You know, it's not too heavy. Or you can say something as simple as, what a beautiful day God gave us today, huh? I mean, wow. I got to get out there and enjoy it and appreciate nature. So you're doing a couple things. You're bringing God's love to everyone for the creation around us. And you're also maybe even reminding that person to pay attention to what God created around us. Okay, that's your small act of love for today. I would love your prayers, as my husband called this morning on the way to work and he said, you know what, honey, I think you need to get working on the taxes. And I do not have the administrative bone in my body. That is not a charism that God gave me, and numbers and I don't get along. Perhaps maybe even English language isn't so good for me. But pray for me as I go through a whole year's worth of receipts and statements and stuff that is going to probably push my buttons, press my patience. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lean into God through this whole day as I go through this. You want to know more about leaning in or pressing into God? You can listen to my podcast at realityreflections.com. 10 minutes every single day. Let's put Jesus on together. Or for today, let's press and lean into him. All right, everyone, you have a blessed and inspired day. I love you, and so does God. Have an awesome one. Take care.